The next thing that's critical for those of you who want more productivity in your business, who want to get more results, is to organize your time and defend it with your whole entire life. This is something that I have done for years and I strongly encourage everybody to do. Now, I am certainly one of the worst for saying there's no time, there's no time, there's not enough time, there's not enough time. So if I didn't organize my time this way, I would be in an absolute mess. Right? How many other people feel like there's just not enough hours in the day and constantly say to themselves, I've got no time? It's definitely one of my limiting beliefs, not enough time. So one of the things that I do to make sure everything gets done, now we know what tasks we need to do to reach our one big goal for the year. Now we know what our priorities are. Now you must schedule them. You must schedule it. So I personally don't take calls on Mondays and Fridays. These are the 2 days per week where I get to do operational work on my business. When and the times when this has been messed up, we're going to word it that way, that is when I've seen my business start to collapse. It is critical that you schedule time to then do these tasks in your calendar. Now for those of you watching the presentation here, I have a screen that I'm going to pop up now. There is a screen that's now up on your screen, which is a picture of my calendar from 2024, but it basically looks exactly the same today. I have color-coded my Google Calendar. I prefer to work from my Google Calendar, which, by the way, directly syncs with my calendars inside Tekmatix. So it doesn't matter whether I'm using it in Tekmatix or in Google, it syncs both ways. So people can book paid calls with me without it duplicating or overlapping with any other appointment. But I use my Google Calendar as my location, my launch pad where I work from. Now, what you will see on my calendars for anyone who looks at them is I have lots of yellow, particularly on Mondays and Fridays, because Mondays and Fridays are my time to work on my business, doing strategic operational work that, very importantly, moves me towards my OBT. And for me, OBT tasks, admin jobs, things that I need to work on to ensure we reach our goal are yellow. For me, yellow equals admin. Just picked that color years and years ago, and it's been the color I stuck with ever since. Yellow equals admin. Now, if you haven't got 2 days a week to be working on your business, doesn't have time to reach your OBT. So there's going to be your first reason why you're not getting there. So what I do is I block out yellow time, admin time, for me to work on my OBT tasks, the tasks that your ChatGPT has told you need to do to reach your numbers and your goal. But I don't just block it out as yellow. I then go to my tasks board inside Tekmatix and I see which tasks are assigned to me, when they're going to be due. And inside those yellow slots, I specifically write what tasks I'll be working on and completing in that time slot. Nobody else can book those times. And yes, I have people beg me to see me earlier, to book in a get it done day call earlier, to offer to pay double. No. Because if I can't do this, I don't have a business. Full stop. So that's the first thing we need to do. Do what I do for Lookout Mondays and Fridays. For me, psychologically, remember this sense of perceived control we talked about at the beginning of today's session. This is a massive way to gain control over your life. Your calendar should never be a place whereby absolutely anyone can put something on it. Your calendar should be protected sacredly. If your calendar becomes something that other people control, your life is out of control. You feel out of control, and that is when the psychological and mental decay begins to happen, because you literally have no control over your time if other people can just demand when you give your time to them. So for me, this is a really big way. If you have control over your time, you have control over your life. Block it, protect it with absolute sovereignty. And you're going to control what you're doing in that time by specifically writing them down. Now, for me, I also then have specific days and times where people can and can't book me, and appointments where I am client facing, camera facing, aka anywhere where I have to brush my hair and get dressed is green. Okay, so inside my appointment calendars where people can book me, which I use Tekmatix for, I can choose the times that I'm available to be booked inside those calendars and the times when I'm blocked and can't be booked inside those calendars. And I set the setting inside Tekmatix to green. It syncs with my Google Calendar, so I can see at a glance the days that I need to brush my hair and get dressed nice and easily. And for me these days, that is less than it used to be. And then I have other colors for other things, particularly peacock blue is for fitness and health, pink is for personal, and I have other colors for blue, usually for when somebody else has booked someone else's presentations that I'm doing or something else. But you get to choose your colors, right? And this is just super important that you're blocking this out. You're making sure that you're set to busy so that people simply cannot control your time, which puts you back in control of your business. And then we're going to end today with the final step for getting yourself control back in your business, for making sure all of these things now get executed.